Meanwhile, former Cabinet Minister Pravin Gordhan has been described as a true patriot by his close friends and former colleagues. The Durban-born activist served in various portfolios under the leadership of former President Jacob Zuma and more recently under President Cyril Ramaphosa. Ziniko Mhlaba filed this report.
Friends, comrades and family members gathered in Johannesburg on Friday following the death of former Cabinet Minister Pravin Gordhan. Gordhan was a sincere activist, according to most speakers who spoke on behalf of the family in Johannesburg.
PG's revolutionary credentials stem from an absolute, complete commitment to the people, to the South African people. I met him many times and I've spoken to him many times. One thing that strikes you in dealing with PG, life was about advancing the lot of the South African people. It was about how to take South Africa out of poverty.
Now, Pravin never saw himself as a politician. He would actually respond very badly if you say he's a politician. He had this skeptical notion around politics, short-termism, etc., etc. So the issue of activism and being an activist to the last is what defined him, and the sense of service to the people.
The former Minister of Finance has been described as a loyal, committed and supportive family man.
My father consulted us as a family before every decision he took, and it wasn't his sole decision to stay in the public arena. He was told and asked by many different people to stay, to fight, because the country needed him. And as a family, we were willing to make that sacrifice. My parents are both political activists and freedom fighters. And as difficult as those attacks were, knowing that my father is an incorruptible, honest man.
Former Cabinet Minister Derek Hanekom described Mr. Gordhan's last moments in hospital.
But his biggest concern, expressed right until the bitter end, was that the struggle should continue, the struggle for a better South Africa, and at all levels. And he said that. I was lucky enough and blessed to have spent the last couple of days, spent a lot of time in the hospital. But on Tuesday, just 2 days before his passing, he was quite lucid and spoke to many, many people. The president himself, incidentally, visited him at midnight last night and spent 3 hours with him. But at that stage, he was no longer communicating.
The family has announced that the former minister will receive a state funeral. His funeral service will be in his hometown, Durban, on Thursday. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ziniko Mhlaba in Johannesburg.